Well, what's going on, everybody? This is your good buddy Eric, and we're going to kick off the 2026 Emerald Coast Volleyball Week. It looks like you just got me tonight. Uh, so sorry for that, but we'll get through it together. So, without further ado, I think we'll go ahead and start program for you because you guys are going to start registering in just a little bit. So, I'm hoping that you can all see that. I'm going to fix this so all I can see is all I can see is this presentation here, and then I will get to any questions or anything at the end. So let's get going. Emerald Coast Volleyball Week 2026, but we affectionately know this tournament as FUDS. So let's just call it Spring FUDS 2026 and move on from there. I'm hoping that we've got some new folks on tonight, and then we've got some veterans that can help everybody through it. So registration will open at 6 o'clock at emeraldcoast.volleyballlife.com. That's a little bit different than the regular Volleyball Life site, and this takes you directly to our tournaments. All right. Before we get into the registration, we're going to talk about the places to stay. Our host or sponsor hotel, I should call it a resort, is the Island. That's right next to the boardwalk, and it's got everything that you need, all the accommodations right in the middle of the tournament. And the information about this place and the other properties that you can stay at is on our accommodations page. If you're playing in BB, which is usually courts 1 through 16, there's a little bit of a walk from the main courts or the boardwalk down to those courts. So a place to look at would be the Hilton Garden Inn, Hilton Inn Resort, but definitely 4 Points by Sheraton. For the BB tournaments, you would end up parking at the 4 Points Sheraton anyway. I think there's going to be a charge of $5 per tournament or $5 per day to park there. We'll have somebody down there to check you in and give you a parking pass. But you might want to look at these three if you're playing in BB at any of the tournaments during this upcoming spring event. All right. If you need a condominium style life place to stay, then you might want to look at the Destin West. I do believe they're offering some type of a discount. It's on the bay side, right across from the island, and it's got a lazy river. It's kind of cool. And I do believe that they share amenities between the island and the Destin West. Don't quote me on that, because they've got this cool lazy river that if you're staying at the island, I'm not sure that they'll let you go in there and hang out, but you can always find a way. Last but not least, Sea Spray Vacation Rentals is right next to the island. It's on the Gulf side. Quaint little place, cute little location. So between any of these properties here, you can't go wrong, and they're all right there by the beach and easy to get to. All right, let's get into the tournaments. We've used this format for a long time, and it seems to work because it allows you to play pretty much every day if you want. Wednesday's co-ed doubles, and that is a very fun tournament. It's on middle of the week, and get your feet wet, get your sand legs going. Thursday is one of the most popular tournaments. Sells out quick. We usually have a wait list for it. It's men and women's doubles. Bring your own partner and just have a good time. And there's some great play on Thursdays. Friday, we are doing our co-ed 4-player tournament. That is going to be a 1-day tournament. And then on the weekend, the old staple, the pool play on Saturday for men's and women's FUDS. And then everyone makes it out. You get seated, and then you got to win to stay in on Sunday. So that's pretty much it for the tournaments. Where do you register? You go out to emeraldcoast.volleyballlife.com, and you'll see these tournaments out there. I believe there's a way that you can register for all of them and just pay one fee. But if you don't want to risk losing a spot, you might want to just go out and register for each of them individually. As I mentioned earlier, the doubles tournament fills up pretty quick, and so does the weekend tournament. So you might want to look at those first and make sure you're registered and grab your spots. Okay. There's going to be some folks on with Volleyball Life paying attention to any issues. They've got all the bandwidth things taken care of. So we've not had any issues the last couple times we've done this. So I know that we've stayed on before. Like a lot of times me and Mike have stayed on and kind of played mediator between your questions and Volleyball Life. But since all the bandwidth issues have pretty much been fixed and Volleyball Life's on top of it, If you've got a question or any issues with registration, which there shouldn't be any, but if there are, just hit support@volleyballlife.com, and then they'll take care of you. So I just talked to Jonathan a few minutes ago, who's runs Volleyball Life there, and they're ready to go. So he double checked everything, said they were all ready to go. So you guys should be all set to start registering here shortly. All right. Couple things we want to talk to you about is that we only want you to put in one team per tournament. So don't grab a bunch of slots in A and BB and B so that you're hedging. I mean, you can't. It's not like you can get rid of it or sell it or anything when you're done with it. And we want to make sure that we're eliminating duplications. So we run a report anyhow to make sure we don't have any issues, because sometimes people make mistakes. But please don't go in and grab a bunch of spots. We do have some clubs and organizations that will enter multiple teams, team 1, team 2, team 3, team 4. But it's always different players on all those teams. So they just have a bunch of teams in. So please don't take up space unless it's actual factual that you have a team for that. We also ask that you only do one division per tournament. We have some people that aren't sure and then they'll sign up for A and then also sign up for BB. What happens if you forget, then we end up with a blank slot, and that would take away a slot from somebody that could actually be playing in the tournament. Again, we check for duplicates. We reach out to you. We look for missing information. We look for duplicate information. So we'll find it anyway, but we're asking in advance that you help us out and just enter one event in one tournament, okay? If you end up on the wait list, which is kind of possible for Thursday and the weekend, just pick the wait list that you is in the division you want to be on. We've had so many people reach out and say, Eric or guys, which wait list should I get on? Get on the wait list of the division you want to be in, and please don't get on multiple. Again, we're going to go in and check to see if we've got duplicates. If we do have a duplicate, what we do is we take away the later entries. So whichever one you sign up for first is the one that we leave. And we don't typically call you to, let you know we're going to do that. We're kind of telling you up front, just don't do duplicates because you're taking away a slot from somebody that could be on the wait list, okay? Last but not least, please don't put any fake names in. We typically use TBD to do that, and I'll talk about that in a second. But don't put in fake names because we'll end up with multiple names of a profile of a player with different information, different city or different number or whatever. And it just clogs the database. And the more clogged the database is and the less clean our database is, then the more apt we are to have issues with registration and problems that go down the line like that. So let's not put in fake names. If you have to put in some information, please use TBD. Again, I'll talk about that. For the weekend, some important information for your players and your profiles is to have your shirt sizes in there, phone numbers and emails correct. Phone numbers and emails are good to have correct because during the event, we reach out via text or via email directly out of Volleyball Life to let you know if there's any changes like weather or something like that, any kind of delays or anything important that you need to know. Court changes, that kind of thing. Shirt sizes is important for your profile because if you put a small in there, but the person's like a double X, we order all the swag based on what we see in the Volleyball Life. And so if we order a small because it says small, you're stuck with a small for that player. It's also important if you have 5 or 6 players on your team, please make sure that you add those players as quickly as you can. Because if you wait till the last minute to add a 5th or 6th player, because you're allowed to have up to 6 on 4s, if you add them after our deadline that we've ordered the shirts and stuff, then those additional players might not get shirts, okay? Because we don't know exactly how many extras we would need to get. All right, back to those players. If you are not sure who your partners are going to be, then just put TBD in there or leave it blank. But we ask that you put TBD in there. We use that as a marker so that we know that you're looking for players. And we also search the system for TBDs and for duplicates. And we use this as a way to try and track you down. If you're trying to fill your squad, whether it's doubles or quads, please use this moniker, Players Looking Spring 26. Now, you guys have already started using it. Some people have created their own monikers. I mean, I've seen Players Looking Spring 2026. I've seen all kind of different variations of it. The good thing about using this one is that you can actually click on it on one of the posts that you see, and it brings up all the posts that have used this. So you'd be able to see all the different people, teams, and players that are looking just by clicking on this or just by using this. If you add a whole bunch of different, make up your own, then you end up having to scroll through all the different posts, and that can get time consuming. But, do as you see fit, but this kind of makes it a little bit easier, everybody. On that note, Vanessa's post here has been my favorite so far. Every time I look at it, I get dizzy, and I found out she got some music on it too. And I get stuck. So Vanessa, good job. You got me with it. So I'm sure you're going to figure out how to get somebody to play doubles with you, play doubles with you. And then I like Michaela's post as well. It's for somebody else, but sounds like it would be a good time. So it's good to see you guys getting out there, getting creative with the posts. It's going to be fun to see what else happens, because I think we're about 60 days out, and we're really just getting started. After you have found your partner or filled your team, please go in and make a post like this, which is very helpful, either partner found or just take the post down. And this right here is also an example of what not to put in. You see down here, it says players looking spring 2026. Well, I mean, it's just 26. So please try to stick to that. That makes it easier for everybody as well. All right. I earlier spoke about the deadline for getting your rosters complete. We're going to use April 3rd, which I believe is a Friday. Anything after that, we will remove incomplete teams. And if we've got teams on the wait list, we'll go ahead and put complete teams on the wait list. Now, that's also why it's important to have correct phone numbers, email information in your profiles and in your registration, because we're going to reach out before we take you off to say, hey, get your stuff together, or else we got to pull you. But if we're sending that information to fake numbers or fake contact stuff, then there's no way for you to know. And if you reach out to us on the 5th or 6th and say, hey, why'd you pull my team? Well, that's because we were reaching out to you, but it turns out we were reaching out to nobody. So help us out, keep your information right, get everything updated. And once again, we'll have reminders for that. Okay. We're getting down to the end here. Refund policy after you sign up, up until the week prior, we'll do a 95% refund. There's 5% administrative fee because we have to pay fees to Volleyball Life and administrative fees for keeping up with all this stuff. So that's why there's a 5% hit if you back out. Okay. If you wait until less than a week, then unfortunately there's not a refund. And the reason being is that at that point, we've already ordered shirts. We've got everything, all the teams counted for. We're pretty much going through pools and stuff already. And at that point, it's kind of too late in most cases for someone to take that slot. It's too late to get a hotel. They've changed their mind. They got to book a flight or whatever. And so you basically waste a spot if you wait till the last minute. So don't make your emergency the rest of our emergency if you can help it. Okay. Last but not least, there are no refunds for hazardous weather or bad weather. Not as much of an issue in the spring as we have in the fall. If we do have, some tumultuous weather, we typically figure a way to work around it. I mean, we'll do a delay, or we'll figure a way to work it out. And that's, again, a reason to have your contact information updated, because each morning, like around 7 o'clock, before everything gets going, we'll get on Facebook group and let everybody know, hey, here's what's going on. And then we'll send a text. I think we send emails too. And we try to keep everybody updated. So, it's an outdoor event, and there's an inherent risk in that. So please understand that we can't control that, but we've already outlaid for the event. Okay. That's pretty much it. I'm going to get out of this screen here and see if there's any questions. But if I don't see any questions, then it looks like we'll just see you guys on the beach. So I'm trying to see if I see any comments from anybody. I don't right here. So thanks for tuning in. We are not going to stay on, like I said before, to watch you guys register. But if you have issues, go ahead to volleyball support at volleyballlife.com. Send them a note and they'll be sure to help you. We're going to be monitoring Volleyball Life just to see how the registrations are going, but we're going to log off of this thing right now. So thanks for tuning in. look forward to seeing all you guys on the beach. And if you got questions, reach out to us at info@emeraldcoastvolleyball.com. Have a good night. Good luck.